Hello everyone, this is Quick Splitter. Using this application, you can easily split the bills among your friends and roommates. Let's suppose you are going on a trip with your friends. After the trip is completed, you want to split the bills of all the expenses. So, in such scenarios, you can use Quick Splitter. For developing this application in frontend, I have used Angular along with Bootstrap. In backend, I have used Node.js along with the Express framework. And for storing the data, I have used MongoDB. Now, let's start with the demo part of the application. I will take a small example to explain the entire flow. Let's suppose Ram, Rahul, Shekhar, Adarsh went on the Manali trip. After the trip is completed, now it's time for them to split the bills. So first, Ram will sign up into the application. He will fill all his details here and he will sign up into the application. After successfully registering, he can log in into the application using his email ID and the credentials. So you can see, then he has to press the login button. Then he will be redirected to the groups page. So this is the groups page. Here the users can create a group. Group can be like group of people who share the expenses together, either in a trip or if they are part of some hostel or they are roommates, so they can create a group. So Ram will create a group here in the name of Manali trip. After this, he will enter the details of the members. So let's suppose these are the members. You can see there it is a add member button, so he will add the members and he can also delete the members, like I have added this and I want to delete, then there is the functionality. So after entering the details of the members, create group button will be enabled. As soon as you press the create group button, so you can see group created successfully message will appear. Now for a particular trip or a particular group, there can be many type of expenses. So let's suppose Ram wants to create some expenses, then he has to simply click on this particular group. Then he will be redirected to this expenses page. Here you on the top you can see there are buttons like add an expense, all expenses of this group and group members. So let's suppose Ram wants to add a particular expense. So he will enter the expense name here. So this is like for a hotel room. Let's suppose they have paid the entire amount as 3000 and UPI ID is something that is optional. If Ram wants to receive money using the UPI ID, then he can enter it. After entering the UPI ID, in the below section, you can see members involved in this particular expense. So let's suppose room were taken by all the three members and along with Ram. So he will select all the three members and press on the add expense button. Now you can see the hotel room expense got created with amount and you can see there is the check button in settlement part. So if a user wants to see more details regarding a particular expense, he has to click this check button. Here the user can see the member name along with the amount the members have to pay. He can also see the UPI ID provided by him. So based on these things, he can keep a track of the amount the members have paid him. So let's suppose he want to see more details regarding this particular expense, then here he has to press the more details button. Then a new screen will be opened that will be completely for this expense. Here you can see it is for hotel room and member names along with the amount they have to pay. So let's suppose the Shekhar has paid him 750 amount through cash or some UPI mode and he has informed Ram that I have paid you, then Ram can consider this as paid and mark as paid. After this, this particular amount will be considered as settled. I will show you this after some time. Other than this, I have also created a comment section through which the users can inform the person who has created the expense that he or she has paid the amount. So by commenting here, they can tell it to the person who has created the expense. Other use case of this comment section is like, let's suppose a person has created a group and there may be some issues regarding a particular expense, like all the members may or may not agree. So through this comment section, they can put their views regarding a particular expense. After this, we can see in the top bar there is a group members section. Whenever a person clicks on this group members, he can see all other group members. Like here you can see the list of group members. So as I have told you, currently Ram has joined this particular application and he want other group members also to join this application so that they can easily split and keep the track of the payment. So he can just press on the invite button, then the invite will be sent to the respective members. So let's suppose Ram wants to invite Shekhar to this application, then simply he will click this invite button. After he clicks the invite button here, you can see invite sent to the member. We will see that in the mail. Okay, so you can see just the mail arrived. Quick splitter, join quick splitter. So from here, the user can see the link like join quick splitter and start splitting your expenses. He just have to press this click here button, then the link will be opened in the new tab, and from here the other members can also join this application. There was one more requirement that all the expenses of the group should be mentioned along with the total amount. So here what will happen, let's suppose there may be a particular expense in which only Adarsh and Rahul are involved. Then what will happen, it will be not reflected in the yours expenses part, but it will be reflected in all expenses for this group. So based on this particular section of the application, all the members of the group can see how much the total trip of the cost was, like what were their total expenses. Now let's see the responsive part of the application. I will open it in another browser. So just now we got the mail from Join Quick Splitter. After this I will open the responsive part of this application. So here you can see this is the mobile view of the application. So from here Shekhar has to first sign up. So he will enter his name here. After that the password. Then the sign up button. After he signs up, then he will get the message. He has to press the login button. Then he will be redirected to the groups page. So you can see as other user, like from Ram's user, we have created a particular group that is Manali trip. And here you can see in Shekhar's ID that is there. So he has to click on this group. Inside this group, you can see there is a expense that is hotel room created by Ram. So this was that expense that we have just created, hotel room with amount as 3000. Here you can see it is created by Ram. So you can see a difference. The expenses which the user himself creates, that will be in green color and there will be mentioned created by you, and the other expenses for the other users, it will be mentioned in the red color. So from here, he can just press the check button and he will get to know how much amount he has to pay to Ram. Like you have to pay 750 to Ram. Here, Ram can also see the UPI ID in which he has to do the payment part. So on pressing this more details button, he can see more details here. Like you have to pay 750 to Ram. Let's suppose he has paid through cash or phone pay. After that, he can enter here message like, hi Ram, I have paid you. So he will press the add comment button. Now you can see the comment is created with Shekhar's name. Let's see it got reflected in our application. So here we will come. After this, we will see the settlement part of this hotel room. From here, we can see more details. So here you can see we got the message from Shekhar that hi Ram, I have paid you. So let's suppose after this Ram will verify on his UPI ID. After verifying, he can mark the payment from Shekhar as mark as paid. So let's suppose I press mark as paid. So here you can see it got changed to Shekhar paid you 750. Let's see as Shekhar also like what changes we got. So we will go to the groups part. Here you can see Manali trip. After that, we can see the expense hotel room So I will see the settlement part, that is check. Here you can see you paid 750 to Ram. It got settled. So in this way, members can see each other's all the detail and then can also settle it. So now the next thing is, let's suppose Shekhar has created a expense. Amount is 2000 and he has included Ram in this transaction. Let's suppose they have both have moved to a particular place, not the other members. So he will press the add expense button. You can see taxi expense has been created. In the settlement, we can see Ram will pay you 1000. In the more details section, we can see Ram owes him 1000 rupees. Now let's see this particular expense with Ram. Now let's see this expense with Ram. So we will come to his ID. Here in group section, there is Manali trip. Inside Manali trip, you can see this new expense taxi that is created by Shekhar with amount as 2000. Here, there are other details. So let's suppose you have to pay 1000. Then he said, I paid you. Then he can add comment. Okay. After this, let's see it got created. Here we can see in groups part, after he has marked his comment here in taxi, we will go to check and Shekhar will verify the payment. Based on that, he can mark it as paid. Here you can see there is a comment from Ram, I paid you. He will mark it as paid. So he has marked it as paid. After this, here, when again he will see the settlement part, let's suppose all the members have paid the amount. So when he clicks on check button, here you can see this settled icon is there. So based on this, the user can know that all the payment has been settled. So in this way, the application will work. Using this important links, the user can directly jump to the particular section like add an expense. He will jump to this section. All expenses of this group, then he will jump to this particular section of the page. So after verifying everything and checking all the expenses, the user can now press the logout button. So as soon as he logs out, you can see logged out successfully. After this, let's log out Ram also. So he will press the logout button and he will be successfully logged out. So friends, this is the entire working of the application. If you have any comments or any doubts, please ping in the comment box. I will answer them. I hope you all will love this application. Thank you and have a great day.